bedtime story about robots and love? I got you covered. Gather round, Barrett. Once upon a
So this might not be your style, but I got to tell you, this really sounds, if not like a human being, at least like a world-class script writer who had weeks to write a script to make an AI sound like a human being. It does not sound like the typical computer full sentences, thusly, moreover, mitigate. I mean, it really does sound more like a human being. Even the saying, "What's up?" is not something I'm used to seeing a computer spit out. It really does sound conversational. Now, let's listen to this bedtime story. I've not heard it yet, but let's see what it came up with instantly.
time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite. Bite was a curious robot, always exploring.
Started the story, but I want a little bit more emotion in your voice, a little bit more drama.
Got it. Let's add some drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite.
No, ChatGPT. I really want maximal emotion, like maximal expressiveness, much more than you were doing before.
Understood. Let's amplify the drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named...
Okay, I'm not a Hollywood actor or a Broadway actor, but if I saw this, I would really be panicking. I mean, this is the first time I've seen this with you. And I got to tell you, that was, I thought, breathtaking in the ability of someone to just give direction to an AI and it understand what it means and completely change itself. Now, full disclosure, my AI doesn't do that yet. I'd heard about this development yesterday. I tested mine. Didn't really do it yet. But if OpenAI is doing it again, I'm certainly anticipating this is going to filter down into what my digital clone can do. So I don't know what this means to the typical actor, but if one person can direct an AI to have any range of emotional expression and also any kind of voice, and then presumably you can make the AI look like anything. You could say, in fact, I want an actress on screen who looks like a combination of Scarlett Johansson and Cindy Crawford and Beyonce, and it creates an image that's now not stealing anyone's copyright, however that's defined. And I want to have a smooth, silky voice, and here's the script, and I can watch it and make a million little minute changes for the emotional expressions, the sound, the look of the face. It really does raise the question, why would anyone in Hollywood ever hire an actor again? I don't know. There are certainly implications for employment and entire industries and sectors. I'm not wishing anyone get put out of business. My purpose here on the TJ Walker Success Show is to look at ways of helping you and the rest of the world communicate more effectively and more confidently so that you can have more success in life. That my goal is not to put people out of business, but to expand the pie, expand your pie in particular. I'm fascinated by this because I would love a way for me to take my own online courses and make them completely interactive rather than someone just having to listen to my voice and lecture and then try to figure it out and practice on their own. If I could have something where I ask someone to do an exercise and I can instantly hear what they say and give feedback the way they just did, well, now it's really no different than if they could hire me to fly to them and spend 2 days with them or to spend an hour a day with them forever. That to me is what's mind-blowing. Let's listen more because I'm learning a lot here with you. These things are happening so quickly, by the way. It's hard to keep up. I mean, there's now sort of a fire hose of breaking news that all relate to artificial intelligence, cloning technology, the ability of computers to speak to humans, to answer questions, to be responsive, and to do more. Yes, there's fraud. It can be used for nefarious purposes, for fraudulent purposes, financial fraud, emotional fraud, deepfake technology using some of the same underlying technology here can be another form of harassment. I'm not sweeping under the rug all the negative. There's plenty out there, and it's getting due coverage it should get. What we're focusing on here is how to use this artificial intelligence, this AI, specifically for creating clones for you and me to help more people in the world. Let's listen to more to this demonstration because, again, I'm watching this for the first time with you.
Aimed bite. Bite
Actually, can
was
you do this in a robotic voice now?
initiating dramatic robotic voice. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite. Bite was a curious robot.
That's funny too. Maybe not intentionally funny, but the ability to just tell the AI to speak in any way possible, that's interesting. It's actually much more interesting to me that the AI can detect your tone, your emotional state, your heavy breathing. Elizabeth's got to go. Thanks so much for stopping by. Please stop by again tomorrow if you can. And please watch the videos posted on a regular basis right here.
Always exploring new
So I'm seeing,
circuits.
Barrett here, calm down a little bit. Can you end the story, but do it in a singing voice?
And so Bite found another robot friend, and they lived circuitly ever after.
Thank you so much.
I definitely
Now that no one has ever asked me to do. I've never been in the middle of a media training or a public speaking training or a speech and someone said, hey, do the same stuff, but now sing for the, that's never happened. So I'm not quite sure how useful that is, but it's fascinating to watch that happen on an instantaneous basis. What I'm also fascinated by, and they mentioned at the beginning, is they've gotten rid of that lag time. The two things, they've gotten rid of the lag time, and they've allowed you, when you're talking to your AI, to interrupt it at any moment. We're still working on that with my own digital clone, and I'll give a demonstration of that shortly. Hugo stops by, says, hi, TJ, hope you're doing well. I am, Hugo. Thanks so much for stopping by and asking. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well, but I got to tell you, I sometimes wake up at 5 a.m. so excited, ready to jump out of bed because I'm afraid I'm going to be missing more stories on developments on what's going on with digital cloning technology and AI technology. And I sound almost like an infomercial salesman here. I don't want to sound that way. I want to preserve, I think, my own reputation of being reasonable, rational, measured, thoughtful in my approach to helping people communicate. But I can't help but get excited about all the new developments that are allowing people to share their thoughts, share their expertise to anyone in the world in a one-on-one conversational way. Now, we've had for quite some time, certainly since the beginning of YouTube, the ability to communicate our ideas to anyone in the world, as long as they have an internet connection and a cell phone, which, when YouTube started in 2006, most of the world didn't have that. Now most of the world does. So we've had the ability to simply communicate in a one-way way, a broadcast way, now for going on almost 20 years. So there's nothing new there.